Hi, and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bowl Beer Reviews. Today I have for review, this is beer from Oxbow Brewing. It's called Crossfade. Just says stainless aged Hopped Saison on the front. Let's see. Crossfade is a blend of hop-forward Saisons aged in stainless steel tanks with Brettanomyces. So, this is a little old for what I would consider a standard hoppy beer, but anything that's hoppy that has bread in it, usually because the bread eats all the oxygen, it definitely has a longer shelf life. The hops have a longer shelf life, so I'm not too worried about the hops being faded, even if they are. If it's a good Saison, it should still be pretty good. So, and I'm a huge fan of Oxbow, and so I'm really looking forward to this, guy. So I'm gonna crack it open and see what we got. Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. So that's interesting. It was a big gusher, right up front, but it's not. Now it's just settled. It's fine. So that's always interesting. Those bottles that they gush when you open them, but then just that little bit gushes out. You pour it, and then it's fine. So it's not. It doesn't seem like the bottle is completely overcarbonated. Or the beer itself. I should say the beer is not completely overcarbonated. Just that there's that little bit of extra added pressure to the bottle. But I mean, yeah, you can see here in the label it gushed and ran down. So, but I mean, I can already smell the Brett and like fruity pineapple character from this beer sitting like a foot away from it, which I'm really, really excited about. So, and again, that was gushing, and I poured it really quickly, and it had a head that was probably about an inch, and it dissipated really quickly, which I guess is a sign of pretty high carbonation, but for this type of beer, that's certainly not a bad thing. It seems to be very, oh wow, that aroma is... So when I was saying that this is a little old, this is actually pretty old. On here it says bottled November 2016, so I'm assuming that there's really not going to be much hop character to it, which I have no problem with, given this style of beer, especially considering what the hell this smells like right now. Oh my gosh. So, this is... My favorite beer from Oxbow, and actually one of my favorite Saisons of all time right now, is Catalyst. And I thought it was really similar to Anne from Hill Farmstead. It was very, very minerally, like wet basement, minerally, not as much as Art was, but very, very wild, cobwebby, minerally, like damp aroma. And obviously I thought some of that, a lot of it's from the yeast, but I would assume a lot of that was also from the barrel aging. But this one says it's just, in stainless. It's not barrel aging. This might have more of that, like, damp water, damp basement, wet cement character than even the Catalyst has. It definitely doesn't have that, like, that grainy, farmy honey character that Catalyst has, and there's not honey in it either. So I wouldn't say the aroma is as complex as a whole as the Catalyst is, but it's definitely more minerally and what I would consider more wild. So, again, and I mean, we're almost 5 minutes into this video, and I still haven't taken a drink because their beers, these Saisons are so, to me, they're so enticing and aromatic that I'm almost afraid to take a drink because it makes me think that I'm gonna be disappointed with the flavor based on the smell. Because I'm thinking this smells so good, I can't imagine it tastes as good as it smells. Now, in the case of um, Catalyst, which I was speaking of before, that's not true. It tastes just as good as it smells, but I can't smell it forever and dump it down the drain. That would just be a waste of good beer. So, look how beautiful that beer is. I mean, it's cloudy, slightly cloudy, but very, very bright gold, light gold color. I mean, it's awesome looking beer. So, that's really nice. Um, so I guess I'm accustomed to when a beer has that strong of a true wild damp character to it. I assume that it's going to at least have a little bit of tartness because to me there's only a few breweries that really have that, and to me they're New Glarus and Hill Farmstead, and those are really the only two that American brewers that I can think of that really have that. And most of the hill beers at least have a slight tartness to it. This really does not at all. It has all the wild funk that I would get out of those hill beers, but like zero tartness, and it's really bready and dry in the finish. So there's a little bit of a tang on my tongue, but I think it's slightly, very, 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 very slightly tart. But it might actually be some bitterness of the lingering hops as well, which is nice because it cuts the Brett character from being too dry. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of words to describe this. This is so good. This is like, to me, it's very similar and very opposite at the same time of Catalyst, because the House Brett Funk character is similar, but outside of that, it's way different. It's less sweet and less tart and a lot drier. And there is a little bit of bitterness from the hops too. I don't know. I'm really, like I said, this is older, and it's the only reason I bought it. Because I really like these guys, but I have trouble justifying certain prices. But every time I have one of their beers, I think that it's, once I have it, I know that it's worth the price. But it's just hard to commit to certain beers if you haven't had them and you see the price tag. But this is really fucking awesome. I would say if I had to choose between this and Catalyst, I'd probably take the Catalyst if I was. So standard Catalyst is like $20. This is $15. I'd probably rather pay the extra $5 for Catalyst, but that's just because I prefer that tartness and the honey in that more my own preference. But for what this is, it is fucking awesome. To me, this is what I wish every American Saison was. It doesn't have to be the quote-unquote mixed cultured actual tart sour Saison at all, because this is not really sour at all. But it has a really great wild character to it. It's definitely that damp basement character that I love. A little tiny bit of that like cherry pie Brett C character as well, which is really nice. And there's definitely a grainy quality to it too, which keeps it closer to its true roots. So I think it's pretty obvious after everything I've said what my rating's going to be, but absolutely is this buy it. I got this for $7.50, which is freaking awesome. But if I saw it for $15 at the regular price, I would certainly buy it again. If you see it or you have access to it and not had it, definitely pick it up. If you like any type of saisons at all, and even if you don't traditionally like saisons, if you don't like the sour ones, or you don't like the spicy Americanized ones, this is right in between there. This is pretty traditional, which I would say. I mean, if you took Saison DuPont and then just muddled it up with some American character, like this is what this is. That's probably bastardization for saying that, but I don't care. This is really, really, really good. I can't say enough about it, and I'm really looking forward to crushing the rest of this bottle. It's going to go away very quickly. I know I haven't drunken it very much on video, but that's because I love talking about it for how good it is. So, again, any Oxbow you can find, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.